What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today we're talking to Air Jordan 4 Forget Me Not. So stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, we're talking to Air Jordan 4 Forget Me Not. Alright, man, we're going to be keeping things very simple over today. We're going to be answering the basic question, right? Okay, we're going to be answering, are they drip or skip? And let's just keep it there. Alright, so first things first, these are set to release May 3rd to the best of my knowledge, coming in at a retail price of $215, right? Okay, and of course, you know the kid glanced at the resale price, and right now, looks like they're averaging roughly about $235 and up, depending on the size, right? Okay, now speaking of sizing, this is a women exclusive sneaker. Now, this time, it means it only goes to a man size 10.5. So fellas, if you're 10.5 and under, you can fit this sneaker, right? Okay, now, right off rip, it obviously screams the colors like baby blue, it screams like UNC, and of course, what Nike's calling them, aluminum, right? Okay, which is basically like me, baby blue, but even more slightly duller, right? Okay, so pretty much white and like UNC or white and aluminum, right? Okay, but Forget Me Not. Now, I don't know where the history, where the name comes from, but I will say this. Shoes have the flower paisleys or florals or whatever you want to call them going on each side of the shoestring. Now, rumors is, and I don't have them in hand, those actually come off, so you don't have to keep them there. But these are definitely catered to the ladies. Now, me, in my opinion, why not push this out in February some time frame? But again, thinking again though, in February, right, that's Valentine's Day, and everybody thinks either blue, maroon, or pink. So I see that Nike didn't want to probably challenge that. But I still think they did a good job of releasing at this time at springtime, right? Okay, because this is spring/summertime. So I feel like they still will hit, right? Okay. Widow peaks on a toe to the best of my knowledge from what I've seen from images and just other videos. And I will say this as well, extra set of shoestrings coming with like pretty much obviously the aluminum colorway, but then you got a white shoestring as well. So you got versatility. Me personally, I would do both, one of each on each shoe. Now, I will say this, if you got a boo, you got some decisions to make in or think about if your boo is into blue. Now, I will say this, and I didn't mean for that to rhyme, so, but bars, right? But anyway, I remember growing up, and Dunks can vouch for me, before I went like red crazy, right? Okay, which we can blame Dunks for me going red crazy. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, Dunks can remember it was a time where baby blue, and that's what I'm calling the UNC colorway, that was one of my favorite colors back in the day too. I still rocked red, but I was like all over the place with my color palette, and to be honest, I feel like I still am to a certain extent, right? Okay, but I say all to say, like, this right here is a color that I would rock a lot going up in like middle school, right? Okay, dope shoe, and I will say fours is one of my favorite shoe silhouettes of all time. No matter how you slice and dice it, it's still a classic, timeless sneaker overall. So you gotta mention it every time we talking sneakers. But with all that being said, though, I will say this, I can't say that I'm super crazy about those floral paces, even though you can technically take them off, fellas. But I wouldn't want to put this in the category of a his and hers unless your boo is just like, you know, getting on your nerves, so to speak. And I don't care how you get down, but you know what I mean. So, overall, dope shoe, no Nike check on the back of these joints. And to be honest, looking at images and the Spinneroonies that I got coming up on the screen, it looks like it's shaped kind of funny. But it could be because it's a women exclusive sneaker. So it could be some, like, I guess, constraints they could be doing, right? Okay, but overall, dope shoe. I ain't gonna say that I like the concept, but I don't hate it. I get you still gotta cater to a broad audience here, right? Okay, not just us guys. The ladies gotta have some too. And to be honest, we can throw the kiddos in this. I'm talking like the females that are in school and stuff like that. If you got a daughter or something like that, that would be something nice to probably give them something to, you know, go back to school with or whatever time we in. But I will say this, dope shoe, and obviously it's a 4. That's automatically gonna get a easy like check mark because 4s are classic and timeless. However, if the shoe didn't exist, I wouldn't really trip. To be honest, if I'm gonna keep it 100, they should have did this shoe. They did it right. I would say cool for the ladies, but to be honest, I would have kept it like pretty much grade school sizes and under, if you ask me, right? Okay. I don't know. An adult rocking this, I'm not knocking it, but I got questions if you're in my age group, and I'll just leave it right there. And I'm not judging because some people just really like the stuff. And at the end of the day, it's your money, buy what you like. But overall, for the kid, these will be a skip. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section, and we're going after these on May 3rd, retailing at $215. And of course, let me know if you think they're drip or skip. Alright, man, I'm going to get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.